I look, I still look glowy, which is good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
We
good.
here, we glow.
It's all good. We are live.
Well, give thanks. Yes, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So first thing I'm gonna do is ask everybody to grab a glass of water because water is a conduit, okay, of energy. So I'm just gonna take a few sips while you get your blue pen and your white paper, while me and Miss Felicia getting ready to share with you the transcendence that we have had in our business.
Yay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greet you in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. I am Shifa Ali Scott, here with my sister of all sisters, Ms. Ms. Felicia Muhammad. And, this, to get right to it, this is an apology. This is an apology. So, welcome to my lab. Yep, I'm doing it from, my own space where my heart feels at home in my lab. And this apology is a revelation. It is a radiant revelation that I received a few days ago, probably the end of last week, after a um, energy center meditation that I do on a daily. It is to apologize for being um, not being authentic. Let me say that. And I didn't even know I wasn't. I thought I was really being true to myself. And that's a lesson right there. I thought I was being true to myself. And I was tied up in knots on the inside because over the years, 54 years to be exact, that Oneness Wellness Lifestyles in some form has been serving others. Um, in the beginning, I never hung a shingle. I didn't do any marketing, and people found me, and the healing continued. As I got more quote unquote sophisticated and moved into this whole space about speaking and how you do things, and everybody's got this, this way that things are supposed to be marketed, and is this correct, and all of those things. And I got caught up in that, and that is where I lost my authenticity. Okay. Um, in terms of mission, the choice that I made to do this work as a service, even as a ministry at some points. So I apologize for that. And the moving forward from the apology is letting you know that it, first of all, is from my soul to your soul. And I put out a few little videos to start this conversation about this apology. We have moved to what I know as uh, the Radiant Revelation Transcendence. And in the transmission, so what do I mean when I say transmission? In the download, in the download, this came like, what else is possible? What can we do? And the whole voice or the tone of Wellness Lifestyles has shifted away from coercion, persuasion, doing all the marketing things right, and being in resonance, being in a coherent field of oneness. And from that space is the truth of who it is that I am. I shared it with Felicia, and she's going to give her thoughts on what she thinks about it because she is one of the creatives here. And so, I mean, she had to change all her language too. And uh, so that we're all in coherence, right? So we have coherence. So Felicia, how did it land with you?
So, um, for me, when you brought it to me, I was like, okay. Um, I felt we were on that. We were already doing that. And I see it as a up level. Um and let me give it some context. So as you laid the foundation of what we were doing before and what you were doing before, and when I joined you, that's what we were doing, right?
Yes.
And when I say that's what we were doing, meaning serving from the space, where we were doing it our way. We weren't necessarily, you got to do this, you got to do this, or else it's not going to work. We weren't on that frequency, and was having some success. And what we recognized is the gap. We recognize, at least I recognize the gap. And I can say we recognize the gap because we've had so many um, iterations and evolutions of the journey, the mission, and this is a part of the process. I mean,
Yes.
it's really a part of the process. And
Yes.
so and so because we recognized that there was a gap, there were some things that we knew that we know, right? And then there were some things that because there
Mhm.
was a gap, there was obviously some things that are missing, right? So then that's when we started, especially since that's who I am and that's how I show up, we started reframing and still keeping the essence of who we are. So I want to say that I'm glad you said in this communication that when you talked about in the beginning, so for those of you that are just joining and didn't catch the beginning, please go back and watch the replay where you were saying you were not authentic and you didn't know you were. So that's really key, um, due to the fact that everything that we were doing in the beginning came from the information that we had, right? The information that we had at that time. And
Right.
so we were authentic in how we were showing up at that time, which is why we were doing it the way we were doing it. And as we evolved it, recognizing the gap and then adding in the components that were missing, and that could help take it to the next level. And so now, as we are continuing to evolve,
Yeah.
continuing to evolve, and we have more
Send.
information. How it landed for me was that it is a evolution that that's like a no-brainer. I mean, if you're following our journey, it's like y'all probably not surprised, of the apology and how we're doing things now because we started out that way, and I think it's more refinement. At least that's how it's landing for me. It's more refinement, and
Okay.
because we're different, it's requiring us to, and we're choosing
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
um go to another whole level with seeing what's possible in the unknown,
Right.
right?
Right.
And um continuing to remove the dross, remove what no longer serves us,
Yes.
remove
Yes.
what they say, what and don't get us wrong, don't misunderstand what we are saying. What we're saying for us is that we recognize the capacity that we choose to now embody
Mm-hmm.
is serving from overflow and trusting and knowing that the outcome, the results of the outcome relative to luxury, money, friendships, good homes, and all walks of life is embedded within it. It's a part. It's just a part
Yes.
of it. It's
Yes.
a part of it. It's the natural course of things.
The flow of it. Yeah.
Right. And
So
so to answer how it landed for me, that's how it landed for me. It was really, I didn't see it as being inauthentic. I saw it as the evolution of the information that we have now, that we were treading the journey. We were already on the journey going that way, and we had to have some experiences to really bring it inward so that we are it versus
talking about it.
talking about it.
Right. And so
Yeah.
let me add, thank you. Thank you. So one of the things was about this realization about being real and authentic and transparent with all of with the world, with who we are and how we show up, is that in this realization, I had to come to the truth that it's, your journey is really none of my business. Your journey is none of my business. We are all connected in oneness, and your connected and coherent uh, 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 intentions go directly to source, not to me. And so when it occurs for you in your life, it's because of your connection to oneness. So we're not offering oneness, we're making oneness available. We are now in this space of realizing that higher consciousness is not for sale, right? The awakening happens in cycles of time. And that's what Felicia is really iterating. She is saying that over time we changed, over time we evolved, over time we're in this ascension process. And as we have grown, as the visionary, as I have tapped in stronger and deeper, okay, into what oneness really is, what it really means, it spoke to me, right, and said, well, you can't sell it, right? This don't, this is not a buy now situation. Okay. This is, and this is a radiant revelation. And as I said, you know, this is from my soul. This is from my soul to your soul. And we realize that no amount of marketing or PR, public relations, or information and knowledge that we share will ever land if it's not resonating with you. And so it just looks like noise, right? It sounds like noise and it looks inauthentic, right? Because it doesn't resonate. When we say it doesn't land with you, it didn't touch your heart, right? It didn't touch where you really live. And so this is my heartfelt apology, standing in the power of oneness, okay, at all times, and realizing that we do have the wisdom, we do have the knowledge base, we do have the life experience that is now wisdom that we do now and have always shared now at a transcendent level, right? Because if you're not already asking the question, what else is possible? If you don't already feel like um, things seem off to you and there must be more to life, if you're not already asking the deep questions, then we're not here for you, right? We are, um, let me say that a different way. We are stewards of the oneness energy field that responds when the student is ready, right? So we are stewards of this energy field, and our job is to be coherent so that when we do offer support to you, it resonates with your heart.
Yeah.
It resonates with your heart, and it causes you to move into more life, more abundance, right? The journey of your soul. So I wanted to, in this apology, make it known that we are not a product company. And I have to say that we was blaming y'all for being having cognitive dissonance, and we weren't really explaining it right. Okay. And everybody that and we didn't we didn't know we were doing what we thought you do with e-commerce, but e-commerce is not what we really have. This is a mission to love, heal, bless, prosper, and enlighten through the principles of awakening, transforming, beingness, attunement, and alignment. So this is the shift. This is what the apology is for, uh, because we're not here to sell you anything. Okay, all right. So Felicia, do you want to add anything there?
Um, yeah, I wanted to say that when you spoke about us blaming them, um, so let's be real clear. What we said was the truth. Is the
Yeah,
truth. Let's
yeah.
be real
It just
clear.
wasn't
What
being
we said
received
is the
like
truth.
we thought it was
How,
planned.
huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what we said is the truth. And some of y'all just wasn't ready to hear it.
That's the point. That's the point. We lead from resonance. Go ahead.
So, just putting it in layman's terms so we can speak your language and you can be real clear on what we saying.
Yeah.
That there is no mistake that we have solutions that can support you.
Yeah.
And you only can receive the support when you see that there's a gap and that you can use and that you require that, yeah, you can use what we are offering and what we have for you. Okay. Um, so our direction now is that we are, in street terms, we pulling back the reins so you don't have to worry about us trying to convince you. You no longer have to worry about us trying to persuade you. If you're coming to us or we're in a discussion, we're in the same sphere of consciousness, and you trust us enough to be having a conversation with us, and you obviously know because you were guided to come to us. And that's one thing we know for sure, is that everybody who interacts with us, we have some solutions that are answers to their prayers. All right, whether you can recognize that or not, those are the facts, proven, social proof. And that when we offer the resources that we have, you can take it or you can leave it.
Yeah. And we're only, like I said, we're only looking for those who are asking the question. You're not even going to be drawn to us if you don't resonate with um
Mm-hmm,
with our energy, right?
mm-hmm,
You can't, it's the door is not open because it starts in it's from the heart. It's from the heart. And so all of the wisdom that we share, the lessons, the experiences, the retreats, the summits that we curate, the things that we feel like we learn, teach, learn, right? Because we're always on both sides of that. The
mm-hmm.
supplies and the resources that we offer, we do it all in the consciousness that we are in the process of an ascension on the
Mm-hmm.
planet. We talk about, do you resonate with us? It really is, do you understand who you are, where you are, and what is going on the planet right now? And so when we talk about this ascension, everything that we offer is to help your cells in your heart and your brain, right, to produce a mental state of awareness of how you find your way through this third dimensional reality into higher realms of wholeness in the fourth and fifth dimensions as we navigate this journey of humanness as being in the embodiment of the divine, more light, more light. And so the skincare is about supporting your cellular system to hold greater light and to activate your light body. So I want you to be really clear about what we're talking about, so that when we say you don't, if you resonate with us, or if you're not asking the questions of um, what else is possible, there must be more to life, and that things seem like a little off, right? What is the answer to that? Where do we go beyond that? Okay, where do we go beyond that? So I want you to know that this is about frequency, raising the vibrational frequency of our physical system, our mental system, our brain, right? Those neurons, okay? And also, so body, mind, and then, spirit. And so when we say oneness, we're saying that we are here as um, ferrymen, right? Or fairy women, if you will, cross the river with us. Okay, we're here to bridge that divide between what's happening in 3D as it disintegrates, and where we are in the fourth dimension, and living from our heart, and then in the fifth dimension actually making contact, okay, or reigniting or returning home to source. That's what I'm talking about. And I apologize for not being really clear about that all the time.
And
All
that's
the
the
time.
apology.
That
Yes.
is the apology.
That is the
Yeah.
apology. That is the apology. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the apology. And so as your soul is calling out, and your capacity to hear it and submit and surrender to what the soul is requiring and asking of you, then as she stated about the different resources we have, yes, we are having so much fun together utilizing our resources. And the varying resources, we're having so much fun together being able to um, utilize those resources, ecosystem merge with our resources, share to create shared experiences with our resources, where the luxury, the money, the good homes, the friendships in all walks of life is the byproduct.
Right. Right. Because each person who comes in contact with the wisdom that we share here at Oneness Wellness Lifestyles, every person is elevated in consciousness, right? Bar none, everybody. Everyone begins achieving greater personal and professional success, more enjoyment and fulfillment and bliss in life.
Yes.
Okay? And I know that I'm experiencing it, and I so that's what I radiate, right? You see how glowy I am? It's like the light. Yes. Right? So we're talking about get the glow. We're not talking about put some glow on your face. We're talking about glowing from the inside out, because you are vibrating at a higher rate of frequency, and the light shines in you, as you, and all around you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're talking about when we say get the glow. right? And that's
Yeah.
why we're not doing that marketing stuff because it entrains you to the wrong direction. We're not That's not where we go. We're not talking about cosmetics. Okay.
Mhm.
Even though it has a practical application that is familiar to us, we're not talking to you really about cosmetics, and it is skincare because it's body temple care. It
Mhm.
helps heal whatever. You just happen to put it on your body. Your skin is the first receiver, right? The uptake,
Mhm.
the intake is the skin, the cell structure. And then it goes to every place in your body. So we want you to be really clear about what this apology is about, the truth that we know that we stand on a foundation of service to others for 54 years,
Mhm.
and that we have proof and scientific facts, okay, to back up everything that we say about the skincare, okay, and about the experience that you can have that is available to you to get closer to. It's already in you, right?
Mhm.
It is you. It's just that this is about the remembrance of you,
Mhm.
who you are. And as you get closer to that, the experience that you have is well documented,
Mhm.
because we are, as a humanity, ascending, depending on whether or not you were service to self or service to others.
Mhm.
Okay. Whether or not you are, um, what's the other? I want to say humanity plus or humanity minus, right? And only you can decide that. Only you know what's going on with how you show up, how you behave, right? The things
Mhm.
you believe, and how it is that you be in the world. Service to self or service to others. Are you humanity plus or humanity minus? So over here, we service to others and we are humanity plus. And we invite you. We will only ever make invitations to you. We're not here to sell you anything. And we do have resources that are available to assist you in the progress of your soul's ascension and evolution.
Yes. And
Mm.
money is involved, and energy exchange
Yeah,
is
thank you.
involved.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But, and again, stressing, we're not convincing you, we're not doing any of those marketing tactics because we are still marketing. We are still letting you know what it's about. We are still sharing with you what's possible, what's available, through the post and just from our life experiences. So, yeah,
right.
be really clear these definitions and the facts of the
Yes,
definitions of what is happening, and at a higher level
yes.
what the truth is and where our heart is.
Yeah. We are more aligned.
Yeah.
We are more aligned. We are more attuned to what's necessary at this time, on the planet. Okay. We are, in this awareness, and intention and deliberate intent to be available and to make available what's already in you that's been covered up by the belief systems of the world. Okay. So, oneness is a universal phenomenon. It's
Yeah.
not just happening through us. Okay. It's not just happening through us. It is a universal phenomenon. And, we are a energy field company, not a product company. And we do have products and services that elevate you in the process of your becoming, right? It's the cycle of becoming and return. Becoming so that we can return to source, right?
Mhm.
That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to allow my heart to speak to you, so that we have that level of clarity about what's really going on here at Oneness Wellness Lifestyles. So continue to look for us everywhere, and it's going to sound different. It's going
Yeah.
to sound so real. And if it is for you, it's going to resonate with you in a way like nothing else has or does. Okay. Yes. All right. So I am complete. I am so good. Yay. Good. Thank you for allowing me to share this apology and this radiant revelation of transcendence. 2026 is about transcendence, and 2026 and beyond, okay,
Right.
is about transcendence. So we get to transcend all those behaviors, thoughts, and activities, and people, and all those things that no longer serve us. We get to transcend, okay, spiral up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
All right.
All righty. So stay tuned because you will be able to, um, should your soul call for it, you'll be able to engage with us through some of the resources that we're offering. Yay.
Yay.
Yep. Okay.
All right. We love you. We honor you, and we know that you are noble. We know that you are noble. We know that your soul is worthy, that you are worthy, and we uh, leave you in aloha love and the light of the one infinite creator. Oneness Wellness Lifestyles. Yay!
Yay. And there was something else I was going to say when you were saying it that made me think about it. But it's okay. So, oh, thank you. Love my neurons. Thank you. And we would love your feedback on what you heard us say. What did you hear us say? What did you
True.
hear us say? Be really interested to know.
Yeah, how did you receive that? Yep, let us know.
Yes. Yeah, let
All
us
right.
know. All righty.
Peace, love, and
Bliss,
light.
bliss, and aloha.
Aloha.